Have you ever seen a baby tree swallow? Stick around. Hello, and we're going to answer my question. Have you ever seen a tree swallow, a baby tree swallow? So I want to see some comments over here about the baby tree swallow. I'm all excited about that today because just moments ago, I was over there at the Purple Martin banding station, and we also encountered a nest full of, you guessed it, tree swallows. And it was a nest full of babies. So those birds got banded. I was able to get some footage and some photographs to share with you. So yeah, sat down at my desk, 12:57. 12:57. I've got nothing ready for the live stream because the opportunity to be on the ground crew for the banding team came late last night. So thankful that it did, but instead of spending the morning getting ready for the live stream with all the YouTube preps, I decided to go to the banding station, see some purple martins. Very successful. Not quite 100 purple martins banded. This is the station, the colony that we started on several weeks ago. If you're following the Bird Talk show here on the Bird Garden YouTube channel, and you should, we're up to episode 33. Thank you very much. Couldn't do it without you guys. Appreciate so many of you being here in the chat today. I'm going to say hello in just a few moments. But I want to mention that we started banding the purple martins at this particular colony. And so we're back for a second trip. And due to weather and schedule conflicts, we missed even an intermittent opportunity to band at this colony. Three different times that were good for banding because the babies, the hatchlings, have to be within a certain age range, large enough to accept the band, and to have not fledged yet. So as the colony grows, eggs are laid at different times, and so the chicks are different ages. So we missed the middle banding opportunity, and so today we're out there finishing up. I think we did encounter we had one hatchling that was too small to band, and there may have been some eggs, a few eggs. So we may go back just for a cleanup, see if there are any others that need to be banded, any other purple martins. And there was a bird box for the tree swallows, which they sometimes, I don't know, they invade a purple martin colony, so a box is set aside. So hey, if you guys got to be over here with the purple martins, how about right here? How's this? So you don't have to wrestle purple martins off their nest. And sure enough, a pair of tree swallows had nested, and the young were in the window. So we got to band those, and I've got some footage to share with you coming up. We're going to get to that. Looks like there were 3 of them, affectionately known as 37, 38, and 39. Those were the last 2 digits on the band that were placed on their leg. Free jewelry, free bling for all the birds today. If you were a bird over at the Purple Martin banding station, you got some free jewelry. Master bander Richard Lewis over there has been banding birds since 1980. Has lined up this special Purple Martin bird banding of several colonies. There's 3 colonies that we visited as as the banding crew. Richard was banding the birds, and another one is starting in the region. So that would be from it's in Southwest Virginia. So Bluefield, Virginia, which is on the West Virginia border, down to Bristol, colony in Abingdon. So yeah, beautiful country out there, beautiful agricultural area, perfect for the purple martins, and it was exciting as usual. As usual, we love banding the purple martins. Let's say hello to some beautiful people over here. Man, you think tree swallows are cute? Take a look over here in chat. We got Sky Dancer, Punchy Paints. Hello, Pamela. And we also have Danikin Aquatics, good looking fellow there. Lefty 32138 is late, but he is here. Thank you, Lefty, for making the effort. We've got Happy Bird. Hello, Happy Bird. Nice username. I like that. And we've got Dee Dee's Fendin. What's going on there, Dee Dee's Fendin? Always pleasure to see you in the house. I'm glad to hear that you've got a few of my art prints there, and they were well received. I've got some art today. Matter of fact, we're going to talk a little bit about art. This one is Galactic. It's an acrylic canvas. Got a light varnish on it. I call it sparnished, partially varnished. Good looking little painting. Got an easel that goes on. Anybody wants to start a bid on that, we'll start the bid at $10. If we get a bid, I'll explain more of how to go about that. Got some veterans in the house. They know all about that bid. Bidding $10 means you want to buy that for $10, and I'll cover the shipping and I'll cover the PayPal fees. So we get the ball rolling at $10 when you enter the $ and the number 10. If you want to bid beyond the $10, $ and whatever whole number you'd like to bid, no cents, please. If it doesn't have, if it's just a number with no $, we can't recognize that as a bid. Okay, so we've got, I think I said hello to everyone in the chat. If I forgot your name, honestly, it wasn't on purpose. And I'll keep an eye out on the chat as we go on, because I'm going to be looking for bids on Galactic. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, a little abstract sketch there. It'll brighten up your day, no matter where you put that. And the art talk, when we get to that portion of the show, is going to be talking about transition. You know, life is all about seasons, and we're removing the aquariums from the fish room, and we're installing an art studio. A couple of you here already know that because I've told you. But now it's out there. Now it's published. We're so close. I mean, you wouldn't believe in any project, you know, you can expect setbacks that are beyond your control. I've been ordering a set of casters for my work table. Formerly, that beautiful aquarium stand. I bought a heavy-duty workbench and used it as an aquarium stand. It appeared in several videos over on the Pond Life channel, including that gorgeous goldfish tank. I had that goldfish tank set up on that thing, I believe, and a 15-gallon with a Chinese theme that would just knock your socks off. Anyway, that thing's now been cleared of its aquarium duty, and I've ordered casters so I could roll it around in the studio. That's going to be my flat working surface. I'll be standing when I work on that surface. I've got it covered with a painter's cloth so it doesn't get accidentally or inadvertently painted. And so, yeah, the casters for that thing, oh my gosh. Wow, I feel like I owe Amazon an apology because I've purchased and returned so many sets of casters trying to find a wheel that will fit on the bottom of that thing. I gave up. And, well, what I did, I submitted. I caved. I'll just tell you, people, I caved. I bought the name brand casters from the manufacturing company, and they got me. What they've done, they've threaded the bottom of that. Now it came with feet, screw-in adjustable leveling feet, nice. And when I took them out, the stems were about ½ inch, right? I mean, anyone, oh, that's ½ inch stem. So I go ordering ½ inch stems to replace the feet with, and the casters on some wheels on it. Oh my goodness. Wow. So first ones go back. They actually sent the wrong ones. They sent a 3/8 inch stem instead of a ½ inch. So I just thought a company made a mistake. I ordered then from 2 different companies. I need a ½ inch stem. One of you are going to be the winner. I don't know who. Let's get them in here. Maybe whoever gets here first. I don't know. Well, of course, they arrived on the same day. And of course, neither set fit. So then I got the calipers out and I measured. Sure enough, both of the sets of casters, that's set 2 and set 3, the caliper measurement on the diameter of the stem was less than a ½ inch. Like, in tenths, it was 0.48. Okay, I'm looking for 0.5. 0.5 is the winner, right? Okay, so then is there a tolerance here? Is there something else that's measured? Is that the actual outside diameter of the receiving side of the opening, not just the stem? I don't know how engineers come up with these ideas. So then I take one, I've already removed the feet. I go dig the feet out of storage, measure the stem. Holy cow, 0.52. Okay, 0.52 isn't 0.5 either. Nobody except the manufacturer of the heavy duty table makes a 0.52 inch stem for their casters. And so when you go to their website, they don't have different size of casters. They just have casters because their brand. And what we got here, people, is we've got a proprietary size. We've got are you kidding me? I mean, I feel like I've been appled again. I love Apple. Don't get me wrong. I'm in the ecosystem because I want to be. It helps me with all of my creative stuff. Super easy, very fine. I like it. I like it. But you know, Apple had this thing where they were I think they helped change the industry in that they were changing their connections. Every iPhone that came out, you got a different size connection. So now it's like, okay, all right, after that lightning game that you played on everybody, and then your headphones don't fit with the jacks that you used to, that's a little too much. So you and everyone else can get to USB-C, and then you can stop. That's my understanding that USB-C is going to be. That's okay. That's it. Let's just leave it at that. So, well, I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I hope it's true. I mean, surely there's got to be an end somewhere. Fish room fever in the house. James, thanks so much for being here, buddy. I mean, it is really a treat to have you here. I want to talk to you again soon. I want to collaborate with you as soon as you're available for something like that. I know speaking of season, you're in a season of life. You've got it going on. I get it. I get it. No pressure. Just an open invitation out there for your buffet of options. And it is truly a good thing that you're here today. And if you guys haven't checked out the Fish Room Fever YouTube channel, I want you to do that. Whether you're in the chat now or you're watching the replay, go give this guy a look. He is doing so much for the community. I love James, and that's why he's all about giving the give, and then maybe giving an ask later. It's beautiful. It's beautiful networking system that he's built. Wonderful community building all the time, nonstop. He works very closely with my buddy Chattanooga Ed, and everyone in chat. I look over here, I see friendly names. Man, you guys know James. You know Chattanooga Ed. Lefty 3213A co-hosts with Ed also. Science Gal Fish Aquatics went to the Aquaticon in Knoxville, met these guys in person. It's wonderful people. It's great to see you guys. Danikin Aquatics traveled cross country, just so he could meet some of these beautiful people. So you guys know what I'm talking about. But I got distracted there for a second. Let me say, Dee Dee's Fish Den says, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and bid on that galactic painting, $15. Danikin Aquatics kicked the ball off there with a $10 bid. Now it's up to $15. Dee Dee's Fish Den. I don't know if she just recognizes this as a wonderful and beautiful painting that it is, or if she just wants to pick on Danikin Aquatics. I don't know. You going to take it, Danikin? You don't have to take it. We'll see. We'll see how that unfolds. Okay, Fish Room Fever. Love you too, brother. Well, thank you, and I think that can end our love fest. This channel. What do you call it? Reciprocal appreciation. That's what we got going on there. So I'm glad you made it, James. You come back anytime. By the way, I want to throw this out there. Personal note here on the YouTubes. This is Bird Talk Show, episode 33, and I'm going to tell you something here. Thank you, Sky Dancer. I appreciate that. Loves my art. That's a nice comment. James, in the closing of the Fish Room, you might imagine I've got stores. I'm just going to leave it at that. I've got stores of fish stuff. that I would love for someone like you to enjoy. My wife and I have a bit of travel planned. If that's a go for you, if that's something you'd like to just pilfer through, I'd rather give it to you in bulk, and what you don't want, let you deal with, because I'm going to be making art. I'm making an art space. It's going out. I feel horrible about not giving that to someone who could appreciate it and enjoy it. Wondering if we might be able to, if we're not able to get together on a solid time, if we couldn't drop that at Aquatic Marine within a box or a container with your name on it to pick up. I don't know if Kenny would be amenable to that or not. I'm just putting that out there. Thank the rest of you for indulging me. I appreciate you letting me say that. It's been on my mind. The art studio is a go. We are making art in that fish room. And I'm one set of casters away from getting paint all over the place. So there's boxes of aquarium stuff. Yeah. And someone who loves aquariums might enjoy getting to pilfer through all that. I hope it's you, James. Okay. Now we've been out to the field. We are 21 minutes in, 14 people watching. Thank all you guys for being here. We're banding purple martins, okay? So today, the new thing was noticing cicadas. I don't know if you have cicadas where you're from. I used to call them jar flies when I was a kid. Large flying insect, locust, 17-year locust. You know, they sing very loudly, relentless. You know, you recognize that cicada sound in the summer. When we were there before, a couple of dragonflies, lots of micro insects, lots of stuff you just want to wipe off your skin, right? But today, cicadas. So the cicadas are in, and because I saw them beside the babies aren't really devouring them right away as soon as they're introduced. Maybe they're too big. Maybe they're just not to their taste. Maybe it's just like the parents were like, "Hey, bud, it was flying around. You know, it's not a grocery store out here. I got what I could get." I don't know. I don't know the mentality of the purple martin. That could be it. I don't know. I do know that we gotta check in with the bird garden 24/7 live feeding station. Let's see if it's open. I think it's yes, almost. Some of you are already watching that. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at the red-headed woodpecker. Oh my goodness. It's off center. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why that's off center. Okay, good show. Look at that red-headed woodpecker. That's one of the adults. Haven't seen any of the juveniles. The juveniles don't have the red head. It's a northern mockingbird juvenile on the left eating the seed. You can tell it's a juvenile by all the streaking on the chest. Then on the feeder, on the tray feeder, there's a pair of house finches and another pair over there on the seed feeder on the right. And this, by the way, is out of center because we have been having inches of rainfall. Holy cow. And I had no idea when I mounted this camera on a wooden fence post that the fence post was going to be, it's almost fluid in its movement every time the humidity changes. So it rains and it swells and it gets hot and it shrinks and it twists and contorts in the meantime. So I'm always having to adjust the camera. So that's why you're looking at an out of center camera now. And I'm sorry about that. I'll adjust that after the show as this female cardinal comes in. And so does Lookout the retriever. Hello, Lookie. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream. She likes to come visit every now and then, but she's a little camera shy. That's okay. That's all right. Yeah. Okay. So lots of birds have nested in the area, including right here at the bird garden. And they've brought some young now back to the feeder. The red-headed woodpecker, not one of them. I've seen a juvenile red-bellied woodpecker, but I haven't seen the juvenile red-headed woodpecker. We're 25 minutes in, 12 people still watching. Thank you so much. Lefty wanting some rain. I'll teach you my rain dance, Lefty. Meanwhile, we got Galactic on the block for $15. I'm not going to leave Dee Dee hanging out there forever. It's 25 minutes. I'll tell you one thing. This thing's going to be sold by the 30-minute mark. Let me go ahead and say going once. If you want this, it's $ and then a number bigger than 15, a whole number bigger than 15. We'll settle up on PayPal. That's rackcross@gmail.com. I'll pay the fees. So you just choose goods and services, and I'll ship you the art in the United States with the free easel. $15 you get the free easel. $10, free shipping. I cover the fees. And we're up to $15. So right now, Dee Dee's about to get a great deal on some Rack Cross original art. Galactic. And you guys, hey, start your collection now, because when that art room gets open, man, there's going to be art flying out of that room. It's going to be art migrating en masse. I don't know how choosy I'm going to be about what makes it to public viewing and for sale. I don't know. But right now, we got Galactic. I said going once. Let's get a better look. All right, going twice. Dee Dee, coming your way. I feel it. I don't think anybody really wants to mess with Dee Dee is the problem. I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. We're going to let Dee Dee have this one, I believe. If you would like to have this painting, Galactic, a 3x5-inch acrylic canvas panel that's partially varnished, sparnished. I made that word up. Yeah, I got tired of writing partially varnished, so I just made up sparnished. That's what it is. You can see a little bit of sheen there. The paint's protected. It's not a heavy coat. The glare's not going to knock you down. Like I have to try to move it just right to get it in the light for you to see it. So at normal speed, it's going to be easy to look at. All right, so here's the deal. If you want this painting, you want to just rip it right out of the hands of Dee Dee's Fished In, you're going to have to bid $16 right now, because when I say sold, that's the end of the auction, and I can't call a bid unless it's on my screen. So if I call the auction and then you bid, I apologize in advance. I'm just trying to be fair to everybody. That's okay. I'll offer you another piece of art for your bid as the Red Bellied Woodpecker comes in. Now you've seen the both of them. You know why that could be a little confusing. There is a little bit of red on the head of that Red Bellied Woodpecker, and it climbs the tree, so you can't really see its red belly very often, but it does have a red belly. All right, so I'm looking for $16 or higher. I'm not seeing it, so, and I've already explained, if I don't see it, I can't accept it as a bid. So I'm going to count down from 3. If you want to bid, now's the time. You got to hit that button. $ number 16 or bigger, and here we go. 3. Dee Dee's daring you. She said art snatchers. Now is your chance. I love her confidence. 2. Boys, I think she's going to do it. You can't see my fingers. I'm holding fingers up in the air. You can't even see it. If you haven't hit the button yet, man, it's going to be close whether your bid gets in here. 1. Oh, my goodness. Sold to Dee Dee's Fished In. We have a winner. Congratulations, Dee Dee's Fished In. Dee Dee's Fished In. Check out that YouTube channel. Dee Dee's a famous co-host all over the fish tube on YouTube. And now she has won Galactic, the 3x5 original art by Rack Cross. Thank you, Dee Dee's Fished In. If you will hit my PayPal, it is rackcross@gmail.com with your winning bid of $15. Select the products option. I'll pick up the fees. I'll pay the shipping, and do me a favor and include your shipping address in the PayPal note. It saves me a lot of time and frustration when you remember to do that. Leave a comment with your shipping address. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dee Dee's Fished In. If you guys know how to use those emojis in the chat, if you can find some clapping hands, let's give Dee Dee's Fish Den a hand clap. Do I have? Yeah, I don't know. Is that what I'm talking about? Just show her some love. Let's give Dee Dee's Fish Den some appreciation. All right. What about, oh, perfect timing, 30-minute mark. We got the Bird Garden YouTube channel, 24/7 live feeding station, active now with a blue jay who has elbowed his way into the feeder, told everybody else to beat it while he eats what he wants to eat. That's a guy, he's a member of the crow family. Beautiful striking bird. I understand when our birdwatching friends from across the pond come over from Europe, that's the first bird they want to see. So beautiful. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, well, Dee Dee says she can't wait to get the piece of art because it's a gift for a special collector. Dee Dee, if you know the shipping address other than your own, you want me to ship that to, as long as it's in the US, you just put the shipping address you want it shipped to in the PayPal note, and that's where it'll go. If you want me to ship it to you so you can give it in person or whatever, no problem. I'm just making that offer if it saves you a bit of time. And the blue jay working that peanut feeder. Those are peanut halves, a favorite of many of the birds, including the woodpeckers. And you see an interesting bird food arrangement there. If you've been following the channel, you can go back several videos and see how this thing has came around. We use the very best feeders for our purpose and our desire that we can find. We search all over. We have found most of the time it's 100% Wild Birds Unlimited, not sponsored. We just like that quality product. It does what we want it to do. And right now we've got some strange looking apparatus out there. And the reason is, for the first time, we've had the feeding station. I guess this is our third spring with the feeding station. And we got invaded by grackles. I love grackles. They're clownish behavior. I just love them. But they come in groups and they drive the other birds away. And we are trying to attract the other birds. We want them to nest closer to the bird garden out there in the back that we've built rather than farther away. So having the grackles dominate and chase away the other birds wasn't good for our goal of diversity at the feeder. So what you see there is a collection of grackle defeating feeders. We've taken the open feeding tray with tiny suet balls and freeze-dried mealworms for the insect eaters and the bluebirds especially, and we put those in that small cage in the back, that mesh cage feeder that only the small birds can go through, and we've seen a number of birds do that. There's a juvenile cardinal. Oh, that's a good look. We know that's a juvenile cardinal, not an adult female, because of the black in the beak. If you look in the lower left corner, just above the timestamp, that bird that just flew away was a female that had a red beak. And this bird isn't bright red, but it has a lot of black in its beak, indicating that it's a juvenile. So we have got juveniles all over the place, including over there at, I'm looking at, look out, at the Purple Martin banding station. Who wants to see a picture of a baby tree swallow? Oh, they're the cutest things. Okay, well, let's start off with the baby Purple Martin. And 3 minutes before this live stream started, I walked into the studio. You're not going to see this one on a pretty split screen. I'm going to hold it up on my cell phone without apology. It's just how we roll here. Okay, there's your baby Purple Martins in pin feather. So they're old enough to receive a band, but not old enough to fly, or they would have fledged already, right? And you see lots of yellow around the mouth. Lots of yellow. Lookout's barking because I think we must have had a package delivered. Stranger danger. So the owner of the colony, all of the houses and so forth, he was outside listening to a raucous the other night, and was afraid a predator may have come into the colony, and he was right. And he got this photograph. Some of you guys will recognize this guy. Do you? Yeah, all that reflection makes it difficult. I know that. That's a great horned owl just perched on top of one of his colony poles. Woo! And the next morning there were a couple of feather piles at the base of a couple of poles. So Big Daddy scored there, it looks like. And he's got owl proof boxes. So the owl has to use a technique so that he frightens either the adult or juvenile out of the box, and then he's right there waiting to ambush them. So pretty amazing. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh, these baby tree swallows. Are you ready for this? This is your cute fix for today. 37, 38, and 39. Oh, oh my goodness. And they're about ready to fledge. They're fully feathered. So they will be out there. Yeah, grackles are beautiful birds. All right. Oh, yes, I think I've got a short video clip here also. Let's see. Baby tree swallows. There you go. Oh, man. Watch that on the replay. I'm going to upload this live stream as content. And I hope you'll go back and get a better look at those baby tree swallows. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen one of those banded before. That may have been the first time I've seen one of those banded. Sky Dancer, totally agree. They're cute. Grackles, they definitely are beautiful. What is Lefty bragging about his art collection? Oh, Daniken left. See you later, Daniken. Yeah. Sky Dancer said, it's not like you need any more Rax art. And Lefty said 70 plus isn't enough. I don't think so, Lefty. You got wall space left? I mean, it's like ukuleles and art. You know, what is wall space for if not for art? Whether it's musical instruments, originals, someone else's art. I mean, I don't have to look far. Right there, I got Pam Early Punchy Paints art right here in the studio. Several of her small cards, a couple of her larger prints, and she's made paintings of wood ducks for me. Pretty substantial size, matted, so beautiful. Thank you, Pam. Punchy Paints, best artist on YouTube. I mean that. Not that I've seen them all, but everyone I've seen, and I spend hours watching artists on YouTube. Pam's the best. Her attention to detail, and when she's finished, she captures an attitude, a mood, a spirit of the painting. It's not a two-dimensional image that just says, I know what that is. It's a real, there's charisma in all of her, even the animals, especially the animals, maybe. I don't know. But Pam's awesome. My non-objective abstract art is free-flowing, and it celebrates freedom. And Pam ran an idea by me not long ago. That's pretty cool. We'll probably need to investigate that as an artist collaboration when we get cooking over here. I hope to have been cooking this year. I hope to have been well into the establishment of a new body of work by now. Thwarted by casters of all things. Casters. Not even art related. Yeah, but So it's like a jigsaw puzzle tearing down. I don't know if you've had the pleasure of tearing down a fish room. So you need to move this big thing over here in the floor space so you can move this big thing. Then you move this thing back. It's more of a Rubik's Cube is what it is. You gotta, so not having wheels on that big ass table is uh, not conducive to getting a brand new body of work started, I have found out. So, and in the meantime, so now the coordination of the trades, if you will, because they haven't aligned perfectly, because they're kind of jagged and loose now. Now I've got supplies accumulating also that now are more objects that have to be moved here and there, right? So first world problems. I know it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And at the end, I hope to be right here celebrating the art with you, saying, "Hey, here's the little piece of art I did today. I want to share with you. It has a name, and I'd like for you to have it. And I'm going to make you a special deal on it, and we can have fun in the chat bidding on it. And you know, how many lefties got 70 pieces of my art? Okay, who else is in here that's got some bird garden art? Anybody? Lefty, now DD. Fish Room Fever's got some of my art. Pam, Punchy Paints. Danikin, he left. I think he's got some art. And when I go to when I visit a live stream, someone else's live stream, and I'm telling you, man, it hits me in the feels when somebody holds up a piece of my art and says, "Hey, Rack, I got your art. I got it right here on my desk." Makes me happy when I look at it. So that's a community building feature that just is so mutually beneficial. I do use the money from that art to pay for a lot of YouTube stuff. You can do YouTube for free or with stuff you already have, no added expense. If you have a cell phone, you can do YouTube. But if you want lights, if you want a 24/7 live stream of your bird feeding station, or the Rode microphone, or the 1080p Logitech web camera, it's nickel and diming you to death. And then you got the Canva subscription if you want to be able to work the thumbnails quickly and move on to the next one. And then if you want music in your videos, they got the crappy old free music on YouTube, or you can pay your $15 a month per channel for the Epidemic Sounds pretty large selection of music. And it goes on and on. Do you want to travel to get content? Cha-ching. Are you going to incorporate YouTube into your lifestyle? So you're just going to do what you do, but now you want to film it and upload it. So you're going to buy another camera, one that's travel friendly, one that suits your purposes, in addition to the one you have. So there you go. That's not justification. That's just information. I get the money for the paintings. There's a lot of YouTube expenses that can just absorb that. That's the message there. I will be looking for gallery representation when we open up the new studio. I do hope to continue with the auction starting at $10. I just think that's a really cool thing that we do. And as new people come in, I want them to be able to experience that too. Just anybody can play. We can have fun with a little auction. So there'll probably always be some smaller paintings made just for auctions like this, and then we'll do larger original works for gallery representation. And then depending on my mood, maybe we'll do some art prints. We got prints of Polly. Polly was a bird I met in Hawaii, and we had a coffee mug made that my wife took to work right away. I can't show you that. And a couple of t-shirts I've worn on the live stream here. And what else? These little cards. So you guys remember the art prints? We still have those. If you're interested, you can contact me offline. The aquarium fish that we used in the show that we had at Spark Plaza, that's on River Life Art Facebook group. River Life Art Facebook group. Flipping through my art journal here. Peekaboo. Oh, that's one of my favorites. Yeah, and I maintain I've got the original right here, 10 by 20 canvas. Angelus. Ooh, I think the Zen Ginger got that original. I'm not sure about that. I've misplaced Polly in my artist sketchbook. Nope, there she is. Okay, you remember Polly. Yeah, so we'll do some little paintings. We may do prints. We may do cards. We'll see. I want to have something to share with you guys. If I do birding events, I may take a paint kit with me. I thought about taking it to Hawaii, but I took extra video equipment instead. Hawaii was so fast-paced, there wasn't time to slow down and paint. The camera was the way to go. That was the play there. 46 minutes in, we got people still watching, commenting. Thank you so much. Lefty's got 4 large canvases in his room. It's like a mini Rat Cross art gallery. Yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah, it's many. I was gonna say it might be. No, I got a few more than 4. Yeah, paintings are the only thing I have more of than ukuleles in this room. Yeah, now this would be a combination, painting and ukulele, because this company, you may have heard me say it before if you're not new. I contacted this company, the Magic Fluke Company, highly renowned ukulele manufacturer. They made this ukulele for me, and they sent me this soundboard, this front piece, in a flat envelope, and I painted it. I painted my Northern Cardinal graphic, and then shipped it back to them, and then they took the soundboard and made my ukulele. And it sounds great. That is the red bird. And that's engraved in the back of the neck there. So, art and ukulele. So, I think there's a life lesson in there that is beneficial to me to the point I like to share it, and that is and. So, put it all on your buffet of options. Don't repel so quickly, but say, I'm going to put that on my buffet of options because I need to think about it for a minute. I'm not ready to accept it or agree with it or sign off on it, but I want to remember it so I can look into it a little bit. And so I got paintings and ukuleles. And that's what I tell my wife. She's so tolerant. I love her. Honey, I live in an and studio. And you need to quit buying ukuleles. Okay. Fair enough. Fair. That's fair. How many can you play anyway? One at a time, right? Which one's your favorite? The one I'm playing? What's your favorite bird? The one I'm looking at? You guys have a favorite bird? Maybe it's tree swallows, now that you saw how cute they were. Yeah, Lefty said he had similar taste to the Zen Ginger, and boy, were those some action-packed auctions. They're fun for me. I like to do that. What am I drinking? That's Dr. Enough, the original energy drink. Decades old. Manufactured right here. I mean, the plant that invented and manufactured that drink, Dr. Enough, stone's throw from Mountain Home, Tennessee. I, I can't see it, but it almost. Maybe that's close. Close. I mean, same county for sure. Now I'm going to blow your mind. This is 07 of you still watching. Here you go. Because you watch, you get these little gems. Also, right here, Mountain Home, Tennessee. Well, Johnson City. Okay, the big Johnson City over there. That is where Mountain Dew was invented. Mountain Dew. The home of Mountain Dew is Johnson City. Pepsi, did they buy Mountain Dew? And so they did a release not long ago, a couple years ago, called Johnson City Gold. And that was a special run, short batch of Mountain Dew honoring the home, the founding home of Mountain Dew, Johnson City, Tennessee. Johnson City Gold. It's the first time any major soft drink manufacturer have used a city name in a drink. So Johnson City was very proud to have been recognized by the Pepsi company for being the home of Mountain Dew. So Mountain Dew overshadows Dr. Enough, which was founded, I'm going to say, by the same distributor. Both drinks. So they were creative over there and successful. If you haven't tried Dr. Enough, it's not for everybody. It's not, well, it's not as sweet as, and I don't know what is as sweet as Mountain Dew. I don't know, but very unique flavor. They make a diet model also. They make a raspberry, a cherry. I think not raspberry, it's cherry. So a few different options in the Dr. Enough line. Not many. It's not Coke. It's not Pepsi. So there you go. 7 people, you're welcome. Where did Mountain Dew come from? One day you're going to be on Jeopardy. It's going to be the $1 million question. Hometown, the founders of Mountain Dew. What is Johnson City, Tennessee? You're welcome. 10%. Think about it. 10% will really help me out when you win that $1 million because you knew the right trivia answer. Oh my goodness. Sky Dancer says, I love all the birds. It's hard for me to pick just one, the eagle and the dove. What if I go to comments on StreamYard? Oh, look at that. Technology, man. Technology. Thank you very much for that comment, Sky Dancer. I really appreciate that. And I love all of the birds too. Eagles, I mean, every time I see them, this special feeling, special. Never a dull eagle sighting, right? There's an emotional involvement there. Yeah, and the doves, all of them. Here we have on the camera there, you often see the mourning dove. We also have the rock dove, which is a pigeon. Occasionally the Eurasian collared dove. They're more common down along the coast. And recently here in East Tennessee, we had a vagrant, a bird that doesn't come here but wandered in, and it was the white-winged dove down south, so Keys, South Florida. I see the common ground dove, little pipsqueak, nice, pretty dove, rufous in the wing, gray back, rufous wing, very cool. Lefty said it's a great song. Yeah, that's my ukulele instructor, Craig Chi. Craig Chi and Sarah Maisel are ukulele icons and world-renowned artists. They now live in Hawaii, make lots of music out there. And I'm taking their instruction via Artist Works. Artist Works is a group that teaches all kinds of music. Craig and Sarah are their ukulele instructors, and I'm involved with their ukulele certificate. So today I will submit my final test. I've been involved in a 12-week program of ukulele certification. Today is, we're in the 12th week. I'm eligible to take the exam. I'm eligible to sit for the exam. I've had others along the 12-week period to bring us to today. I'm able to sit for the final certificate exam. So I have already recorded my practical demonstration for the last, I guess it's trimester. We've had 3 demos that I've had to submit, 3 tests. All 3 demos are complete. I just have to sit for the exam today and submit that final demonstration, including the song I just played. So that's why it's on my mind. Lullaby by Craig G. And I'll be a certified ukulele player. So I was a lifelong learner. That's a nice academic credential, to have. What's next? Well, I've got the art studio. Art's going to be flying out of there. I've got a mental concept of a hummingbird series. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm gonna put it to paint, and I'm gonna try to make it work. Well, you'll be the first to know if it does. I'll be showing it off. It worked. So we got a hummingbird series. We're going to get some proto painting done. See how that works. And I think I'm going to, I'm going to study for a graphic designer certificate next. I think that's going to be, rather than what I've done is I've shifted my book list, right, to certificate list. And instead of just reading, it's basically another hobby, right? You do it because you enjoy it whenever you want to enjoy it. The certificate adds structure. So you're I got this workload today, this week. I got these objectives. So, and then at the end, when you're finished, okay, there's no more material coming. I've consumed all the material. There are no more demonstration assignments. I've done all of that. So when you reach the end, and then there's a certificate for whatever that means. Someone said if you take your certificate and $3 to Starbucks, you can get a coffee. Well, now come on now. It's an achievement, right? And it does satisfy my need as a lifelong learner to learn something. And I think they accumulate definitely for employment. If you're looking for employment, certificates matter. You've gone through some steps that familiarize you with the expectations of the job title if you have a matching certificate. If you've got suggestions for future certificates for a birdwatching artist, let me know. Some of you, I know we've got educators over here in the chat. So you got ideas, suggestions for future certificates, let me know. Lefty said, you say Johnson City, and I immediately think of Darius Rucker cover of Wagon Wheel. Yeah. Another thing Johnson City is famous for, that is the Johnson City. When you listen to the song, he's headed west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. Yeah, the road right to Cumberland Gap. So, yeah, and that's another thing about the ukulele and art is not a lot of boundaries, right? So you can't just walk into any stage and start playing Freebird, but or Wagon Wheel, right? Because you get kicked off the stage. They call it the Forbidden Riff. Let's see, how does Wagon Wheel go? D. So with the ukulele, you smile and you jam and you play all the forbidden stuff. And if you've got a paintbrush in your hand, you put the paint down where you want it to go. All right? Look at this. We're talking 1994. I did that in 1994, and it was in an art show sandwiched between two landscapes. Oh, so well, it was an eye-opening painting. That's all. That's what we'll say. It was an eye-opening painting, and this one, I mean, it's not actually a traditional landscape, right? They actually put that painting in the newspaper when it was in a show. That's the one that newspaper photographer came and he always took a picture and used it, and that's the one he used. So that was pretty cool. And then I started doing this abstract art, and uh, it wasn't the right time for the local art guild that I was in. It wasn't the right time. So years later, fast forward to now, and you guys are buying every painting that we auction, and I appreciate it, and it's so much fun. So you guys are the enlightened ones. You guys, you can know where it's at. You know what you like, and you just go for it and have a good time. And I like that. I've liked spending an hour with you today. I'm bushed. I'm beat. I've been out there at the bird banding station, out in the sun, chasing baby purple martins, watching the bands get put on their legs, and those beautiful, beautiful baby tree swallows. I hope you go back in the live stream and look at the footage we gathered from that. If you haven't had a chance to go to Dee Dee's Fish Den YouTube channel, do that and thank her. Comment on one of her videos. Thank her for participating in the auction and congratulate her for winning today's auction. Galactic. Yeah, we just grabbed that, threw it up there as an auction. Dee Dee's Fish Den wins. She's going to get the free easel with that. Yep, and we're going to do it again. All this. I hope we do it all next week. I'll have an update on the art studio and maybe a body of work underway. I should be a certified ukulele player by then. Should have another certification program started. We're going to have so much to talk about. We're going to straighten the camera out on the 24/7 live feeding station at the Bird Garden YouTube channel. As soon as we hang up the phone here, I'm going to go out there, get that thing straightened out. And hopefully next week also, we won't be rushed. I will have a decent thumbnail to notify you that we're getting ready to fire things up over here for episode number 34. That's next week. Thank you for being here today. If you're watching on the replay, I certainly do appreciate you checking out the replay. I couldn't do this without the replay crew because you guys carry a heavy load. Biggest number of views, biggest number of shares from you guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to do it again next week. Until then, why don't you get out there and see some birds?